So tell me something. Is it just me, or is every single entire Green Lantern toy ever made in the history of the world, does he have to have his hand closed on the ring hand? Seriously, it's like a thing here. Every single hand closed into a fist. Closed into a fist. Every single toy closed into a fist. Except for this poor bastard. Hello YouTube, Uncle Lucky here, and welcome back to another episode of CBQ Hobbies. Today we have hauls. Got a couple of hauls. Nothing crazy, just a few books that I picked up. I've actually got stacks and stacks of books around me right now, but we're just going to do the simple hauls video for today. We're going to start off with Dark Knight 3 Master Race. This book is not doing anything for me, to tell you the truth, at all. It hasn't been doing anything for me since about the second or third issue. This is book 5, they're calling it. So I don't know when they're going to bring this to an end. It's just a very odd story. It's not really doing anything for me personally. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that are absolutely loving it, but I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder will read this and misconstrue the entire book and make a movie about it, and Batman murders everybody, including Superman. We'll find out. Next up, we have Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, #1 for the Rebirth series. This is a pretty good comic. I gotta tell you, it's pretty good. Not the, the art's decent, but the story itself isn't an action-packed story. It's really more of an introduction or reintroduction of where Sinestro is at this point in time and where Hal Jordan is at this point in time. It's pretty much a comic book call to arms for all the Guardians of the Galaxy or whoever's left. It's interesting the way they do the setup for the next comic book, but yeah, it's definitely worth a buy. Next up is Power Man and Iron Fist #5. I've honestly got to tell you guys, this comic book is got to be one of the funniest comic books I've ever read. It's intentionally just hilarious the way everything works together. Power Man and Iron Fist, if you didn't read them at certain points through their history in the Marvel U, through the Defenders or their original series or just the two of them, go out and buy this comic book, because I can guarantee you, much like the Doctor Strange Timely Comics, notice that there, it says the Timely Comics band at the top of it. I'm pretty sure if it isn't out already, they're going to have one for Power Man and Iron Fist. This is a really good thing. Again, I'm showing this one off because you notice that band up there. The Timely Comics are the first 3 comic books in the series, and they are the #1, 2, and 3 for like $3. So if you haven't caught up with Power Man and Iron Fist and you want to read it, I'm pretty sure at any time they're going to launch this Timely Comics form, if they haven't already. It's a really good value. It's a really good comic book series. It's absolutely hilarious. Go and find it. Next up we have Power Man and Iron Fist #6, but it says Civil War on it. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, to tell you the truth. I avoid anything that has Civil War on it. Cash-ins are cash-ins. People are going to make money off of certain things. The movie came out that really kind of didn't have a whole bunch to do with Civil War, but I wasn't really privy and big into the original Civil War, just because, I've said it before, I like my heroes fighting the bad guys. I don't like my heroes fighting each other. It just, every once in a while, somebody has a disagreement, they pound each other into the cement. That's cool, that's to be expected, but I'm not into the Civil War thing. I'm not into Civil War II. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm collecting Power Man and Iron Fist right now, so this #6 came out, had Civil War on it, but it's still #6, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to get caught up in that. Next up we have Divinity II by Valiant Comics, and it's a beautiful piece of art. That's what I got to say about this. It's a beautiful piece of art. I would have never picked this comic book up for any other way, shape, or form if it hadn't have been for the very first comic book's cover. It's beautiful, and I picked it up, but you've done this. I'm looking at you out there. You've all done this. I'm not the only one. You pick up a comic book because the cover art looks really stellar, and then you kind of forget to read it. You put it to the side or whatever. It's happened. I've got long boxes worth of comic books that had beautiful covers that I look at them and go, oh, did I read that? It happens. So for whatever reason, I set this one down when I got it, started thumbing through it, and it had this really awesome sci-fi vibe to it, and I got pulled into reading it, and I'm really, really into it right now. It's a really good series so far, even though we are only up to number 3, but I am doing an off-the-cuff of this one. You guys know that. I just released a video telling you what was coming up. So off-the-cuff on this one will be next. And that's going to do it for this week's hauls. I've got a lot more stuff coming down the pipeline. Video games, movies, more comic books, you name it. I'm trying to throw it out there. I'm really trying to get everything together. It's just a matter of balancing life and real jobby jobs with doing this and putting out content as much as possible. But we'll get as much out as we can in the next couple of days. You guys have a good one. I'll see you on the next episode.
I'm Hal Jordan, bitches.